Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me. Hump Day, Wednesday, January 15th, 2020. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King. This is the actual day that Dr. Martin Luther King was born on, and the national holiday will be next Monday on the 20th of January, 2020. I wanted to talk about a disorder that affects millions of people in America, and it is called hoarding. It is a known disorder, and this information is brought to you by Medical News Today. What is hoarding disorder? Hoarding disorder is a condition that makes it difficult for people to throw things away, regardless of their value. There are a range of treatment options available. Hoarding disorder can have a significant negative emotional, social, financial, and legal impact. This article provides important information about hoarding disorder, including the symptoms, causes, and treatment options. People with hoarding disorder may find it difficult or stressful to throw away things that others view as worthless or little value. Unlike collectors who choose to collect a specific type of item, people with hoarding disorder tend to acquire various items. These may include piles of clothes, old magazines, food wrappers, and childhood trinkets. Over time, they may run out of room to store these things, so they may have to display their belongings chaotically. Some may start to acquire living things, including companion or farm animals. This can endanger both human and animal welfare due to factors such as overcrowding, unhygienic conditions, and a possible lack of veterinary care. Other symptoms that people with hoarding disorder may experience include emotional distress, such as being overwhelmed, embarrassed by their possessions, suspicion or fear of people touching their items, obsessive fears and actions such as checking trash cans or for discarded items, or a fear of needing an item in the future, feeling responsible for objects, and sometimes thinking of inanimate objects as having feelings. It also causes associated issues as indecisiveness, disorganization, distractibility, procrastination. There are complications such as clutter overrun in someone's home, blocking access to important living, cooking, and working spaces. It also can have an effect of difficulty functioning in daily activities, poor hygiene, poor diet or nutrition, living in unsafe environments with factors such as tripping hazards, fire hazards, or large piles of items that may collapse, strained or severe marital, family, or relationships, social isolation and loneliness, loss of work or employment, debt, reluctance to let others into their home, financial difficulties, legal problems such as those involving child custody and animal welfare, lost property value or eviction. Also, mental conditions such as depression, attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder, anxiety disorders, alcohol use disorder. And there are known treatments that can help you, such as cognitive behavioral therapy. And in these sessions for hoarding disorder, a mental health professional will gradually teach people how to part with unnecessary items less stressful. What I want to say now is also the causes and the risk factors. Usually people with hoarding disorder are driven to obtain and keep items that believe may become useful or valuable in the future, are free or more affordable than usual, have perceived sentimental value, seem irreplaceable, unique, or perfect, and they are a reminder of a memory, a place, a time that the persons fear they will forget. But eventually it can affect your mental health, your physical health, your well-being, your ideology, and how to think and process things properly. Also, researchers are not certain what causes this disorder, but there are several risk factors, seem capable of triggering or worsening the symptoms. Family history of the condition, brain injuries, very stressful events such as severe illness or loss of a loved one, differences in brain function and neuropsychological performance unique from people with other conditions such as obsessive compulsive disorder. And it also may be a symptom of another condition, OCD, obsessive compulsive, ADHD, depression. Also, disorders in affiliation with this disorder is psychosis, dementia, Prader-Willi syndrome, a genetic condition, autism, spectrum disorder. Now, naturally, there are diagnoses, and if you think you are a hoarder, please call a professional and seek help. Because let me tell you something, I am OCD myself, but not in the fashion of hoarding things and items. I like things meticulous. I like things a certain way. I like things in order. I don't like paper. I don't hoard paper. I no longer take in magazines. I don't like to contend with anything. As I've gotten older now, I realize I don't need all that. We have the internet, so I can watch everything I want for decorating purposes on the TV, on the phone. I don't have to have books, paper anymore. Okay? Some of you have led a life of filling your house up full of things. You are shopaholics. Some of you are lazy. You don't like to clean, don't want to clean, so now you have a filthy home. You have things that belong in the bathroom, but now they're seeping out into your house. Things from your pets, such as movement, urine, all that type of stuff, because you refuse to clean up. And as they say, the people now hoard animals, even alive and deceased. There is help out there. And why would you want to be in a home where you are cluttered up? You only have a pathway in. It's filthy. It's unsanitary. Why would you want to live around fecal matter, urine, debris, trash? That can't be a healthy way of living. And eventually it will affect your bodily functions. It will affect your lungs, your liver, your kidneys. And a lot of you don't know that. But it is a terrible way to live. I know some people. One is currently deceased. Everything in her home was brand new in shopping bags. So when you walked in, there weren't pretty things lying around such as pictures, ornaments, family mementos, but just shopping bags full of clothes and items. And then the other person only had a pathway in. This person is still living. Someone I knew of personally. And things are piled up almost to the ceiling, and you can't turn either way. And why would you want to live like that? Because you're covering up air ducts, vents. Fire breaks out, how are you going to get out of there? And do you want it to be a worst case scenario of one day someone finding you in there deceased? You could fall, hurt yourself, things fall and topple on top of you. That is no way to live. And many people suffer from this disorder. And as I state, many things cause people to hoard. It could be a broken relationship, loss of a child, a family member, marriage dissipated. They have a shopping addiction. They love to shop. They love to thrift. They love to dumpster dive, treasure hunting, whatever you want to call it. They like to take things from other people. People are offering them things and they don't know how to say no. So they bring all this stuff in their house. Now they can't move around. They have no way to move about. They can't use the restroom, can't use the kitchen, can't use their bedroom, small place to stay in their room. Oh, they're sleeping on the floor, a pallet on the floor, because they have decided that these things are more important than having a decent home apartment. The attic is crowded. The garage is crowded. The storage unit outside is crowded. Why would you want to go outside to get your winter things, your summer things? Those things should be in the house. You need to designate places to put things, dressers, chest of drawers, armoires. Buy adequate furniture to store your things. You should not be living in tubs, plastic tubs. I hate those things. They serve no purpose in this domain. I don't like them. Some of you are using them. Please stop. That's the worst thing you could have is a house full of plastic tubs, boxes, storage containers. That's not what those are meant for. I don't care what those people told you at Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart. Just saying. It is a terrible way to live out of plastic bins. Hang your things up in a closet. Put your things in an armoire, dresser drawer, chest of drawers. You will feel free. You will feel better that you can go to your things directly and get them out. The garage was meant for a car. Outside things such as the lawnmower, weed eaters. Not your children's toys from when they were 2 years old. Moving about, growing up, college, now they're leaving their old beds, this and that. Tell them to come get their stuff. Your house is not a storage facility. The garage was meant for a car. Not everyone's old furniture, deceased people's furniture, family members, mementos, items, because they don't have the room to store them in their house or apartment. So now they use your garage. You all get where I'm going. Free yourself of the clutter. Free yourself of shopping excessively to end up in a cluttered home. Stop taking things that you know you don't like, don't need, have no use for, no room for those things. Stop taking the stuff. Stop dumpster diving and picking up stuff off the street and around the community. You don't need it. Then you have to worry about hygienic reasons for taking stuff that was not yours. You don't know where it's been, who had it. They could have roaches, bed bugs, ants, anything. And now you're bringing that into your home. And then you can get vermin in your house from having filth in there, from trash and not throwing out the trash, and fecal matter from yourself and animals, urine. Now you have rodents running around. Do you really want to live with rats in your house? Come on now. I have been watching Hoarders for years. Hoarding Buried Alive on TLC, Hoarders that ran on A&E Network. I'm an avid fan. And when I watch these shows, they keep me in my place to show me what I don't need, how I don't want to end up. Of course, I've never been that way because I don't like clutter. I don't like filth. I'm very meticulous. I keep a very clean home, and I want to keep it that way because, for one, I want to live, and I want the freedom to roam about. And I'm hoping that somehow this video will help some of you because I know a lot of people have this disorder. They cannot stop filling their home up with stuff. They cannot stop filling up their cars with stuff. Some of you even use old cars as storage, which you know that's a no-no. And most cities will cite you for that, having a broke down car on your property and it's filled with junk and debris. Some of you have stuff outside your home that is not proper, doesn't belong in the yard. The yard is filled with trash, broke down cars, metal, wood, supplies, all type of nonsense. You know better than that. Come on now. The backyard as well. Storage units filled too. Why? The attic filled. Why? Inside the home filled. Why? Why do you want all that stuff? You don't need it. You're not using it. You can't say I'm saving it for a rainy day because the rainy day never came. Only thing you have built is chaos. And it's terrible. And as I state, people hoard for many different reasons. It has become a coping mechanism for many Americans. But you have to say to yourself, I want to live, I'm worthy. I want a home that's clean, that I can move about, roam about. I can invite people over. I can have parties, friends. I can enjoy my own space. Because some of you don't realize it will cost you in the long run. You have no money left. Some of you are in debt because you have hoarded things in your home and shopped till you dropped, literally. You have not any money in the bank. No savings, no nothing, because you've bought yourself out with stuff and things, whether it be brand new or thrifting items. And taking in stuff from others, stop doing that. Stop taking in stuff to store for other people. Tell them store their own things. Some of you are paying for storage units to house stuff because you're afraid to throw it out. You're afraid you'll need it one day, but you're still going in debt paying storage fees. Some of you have stopped paying the storage fees. You see, you realize you don't need as much as you think. And I tell anybody young, starting out, have the basic necessities. You don't need 20 bottles of barbecue sauce, 20 cans of corn and this and that and vegetables. You know the routine. Buy what you need as needed basis. Free yourself of the clutter. Throw that stuff out. Throw the stuff that is sold in the dumpster. Donate what you can donate. If you want to get a tax write-off, please do so. Give something to people who are in need. There are too many shelters and people in need of coats, clothes, personal items. Throw away things that are old and date, medicine, over-the-counter medicine, feminine products, shampoo bottles, food. You know the routine. Throw that stuff out. Throw anything old out, dilapidated, throw it out. Broke down furniture, all that, throw it out. Pull up old carpet, all that. Clean your house, tidy it up, and free yourself. Because you want to live. Because it will affect your health in the long run. You will get respiratory infections from dust, mold, not keeping your house clean, water damage from leaky roofs, all that. It will cause you to have health problems in the long run, and it is not worth it. And it is not worth being able to live somewhere where you cannot roam, and in case of an emergency, the authorities or medical attention needs to get to you, and the people can't even get in the house, and they wouldn't even know where to look because you have so many things in your home. I say this to you because I've lived around people and known people in my family personally and people I've met in my passings who had hoarded homes, filthy houses. And let me tell you, People don't want to be around you if your house is nasty and filthy and you have poor hygiene. And a lot of you live like this, and you come to work dolled up, made up, prettied up, Gucci bags, Louis Vuitton bags. Yeah, I'm talking about you because you know I'm telling the truth. But you don't want people to know that you got all this stuff and filth in your house either. And some of you live like this. Some of you are dirty buggers. You don't even keep a clean house. And let me tell you something about that. You can't possibly think you're clean. You took a shower in a nasty house and you walked out dolled up with your face painted in name brand clothes and shoes. Come on now. Some of you working in restaurants, daycares, around people's children, food, and you keep a nasty house, poor hygiene. This video is for everything. Hoarding, unkempt houses, poor hygiene, all of that. It will cost you your life in the long run, possibly your sanity, if you live long enough. This is an epidemic in our country. People have gotten beside themselves shopping immensely to where they have barricaded themselves into their homes and they have no room to roam in their homes. And it's sad. And you also cause problems to your neighbors because of pets, rodents running around, roaches, all of that, bed bugs. Now you are a hazard to the neighborhood, not just yourself, but now you are a neighbor community problem. And worst case, you can get your house condemned, and now you're homeless and you have nowhere to live. Now, why would you want to end up like that? Free yourself from the clutter. Donate any item that is of use and it is clean and can be valued by someone else. Throw that stuff out or donate it because you don't need all that stuff. You just don't need it. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me, and until the next video, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.